Hi guys, Big P here again from Rains On Performance. So back with another one on the Ferrari today. I apologise in advance for the sound of the heater, but it is -5 degrees today and I don't fancy freezing here. It's absolutely, temperature is like next level cold, and we got a cold breeze as well, so it's not great. We're inside anyway, heat is on. I apologise for the sound, but I've got my mic on, so hopefully should be fairly clear. So just to let you guys know where we're at. So basically I've had a go at straightening these rails out, but they're rock solid. I'll show you what we've been doing. You can see here. So basically I've tried to put a bit of heat on this here and tried to pull this out with a few different ways, hammering it and whatnot, and we haven't had much success. So you know, we're going to try something else today. So basically you get these sort of body repair kit, sort of 4-ton things, and I always watch on these American videos, they're like, you can get this in Walmart, or you can order it on this. Lads, we don't have that here. We don't have no you know, Bob's shop or whatever. So anyway, I went to good old Machine Mart in the UK. We all know what Machine Mart is, and I've managed to get this. So this here is a strong arm 4-ton body repair kit. It comes in a 4-ton and a 10-ton. I went for the 4-ton because the ram's a little bit smaller. I think the 10-ton one, the ram was massive. But as you can see, you got loads of little bits and bobs and stuff to help you pull it out. And there's this here which sort of opens out like a claw and helps you widen things. So we're gonna have a go with this today. We're gonna set it up on here, and maybe we can support it with some wood against this bit here and push this out. We can use this bar actually just to push it against, and should be good. So let's see how it goes. But anyway, just to let you all know, it's looking good so far, the Ferrari, and every time I come in and I see it, my eyes light up. I'm so excited to get this back on the road. It's been a dream car of mine since it came out in 2012, and obviously at the prices they were brand new, I had no chance at all. But now that I've got this, can't wait to get it running. So let's have a crack at this. And also, I don't know if there's anybody who's watching this and has some experience with this. I'd love to know, because I'm really struggling to sort of find out this bar here, which was the cross member. If you look at this bar, it's got a really proper bow to it. Now I'm assuming that was because of the accident, but what I can't figure out is whether that bar is meant to be absolutely straight, or it is supposed to have a little bit of a bow and it's just got a little bit more. So if anybody's got any details on this, and I don't know, has got a Ferrari FF where they can see this, I'd love to know if that bar is meant to be straight. Please let me know in the comments below if you know, because if it's meant to be straight, I can easily get a bit of that profile and cut it and rivet this bit back onto it. This part here is just riveted on, which holds the bonnet lock. And I mean, this part here itself from Ferrari is about £1,000, and I can probably buy a bit of aluminium for 20 quid off eBay and fix this up. Also, whilst we're on the subject, some very interesting news here which I've got. I managed to get this here, which is a Ferrari FF full workshop manual. It's got absolutely everything in it. How to do repairs, how to do anything, change brakes, change any part of it. So I've got this on a PDF file. If anybody needs it, they can send me an email and I can email it over to them in a PDF file. And what I did was then send it off to a printer online, and they charged me about 50 quid and printed it all out for me. So I've got everything there to hand. It's like having a Haynes manual, but for a Ferrari FF. It's got absolutely every instruction on how to strip this car right down, and I just bought a cheap folder, whacked it all in. I had it printed double-sided because it is 941 pages, but you can get 500 pages into one of these sort of 75mm folders. So that's what I did. So guys, if anybody needs one of these Ferrari FF workshop manual in a PDF file, let me know and I can email it to you. I'm going to put my email in the description below this video. Send me an email on that and I'll send you the PDF file for that as a reply. And that should help anyone who's working on one of these FFs or anything or struggling with it. You know, let me know and I'll send it over to you. It's been really helpful for me so far, just to get an understanding of how the car's put together. So hopefully it should be good for a lot of people. So I'm going to set this up now. I'm going to set this jacking thing up on here, and then we'll have a look how it goes. We'll put a bit of heat on that frame and try and pull it out. So bear with me, guys, and we'll just get it set. Right, guys, so as you can see now, I've set up this truss here, and that basically is, I'll put this metal plate here just to give it a bit of support, and I've got the jack over here which I'm going to jack, and we'll give it a bit of heat at the same time. So hopefully this whole area here should come out. We should be able to get this crease out here. We'll have a go, see how it goes. Obviously I'm going to focus the camera on that area there so you can see what's going on, and you'll hear me but you won't see me. Put this torch on, not too much heat. Just to warm it up, really, just to soften that bit of steel so that it's really mostly the area that's gonna be affected by it, rather than sort of the heat, the whole area being pushed out, which is what you don't want. I think that's quite important, really, because if we don't heat this area up, what you'll find is it'll push out whichever area it wants to, which area is weaker. So what we'll do is we'll soften this area up a little bit, and when the pressure's on, hopefully it's that crease that will then come out, which is what we want, really. You can see there it's starting to get pretty hot. It's just the paint burning on the top, really. We're not going to get it so it's glowing, because obviously it's aluminium, we don't want to get it too hot as well. But we'll give it a fair bit of heat just to warm it up, mainly this bit here of the crease, which is really quite bad. I think we're really running out of gas as well by the looks of it. That should be enough for now. And we'll give that a few pumps now and see how it goes. Oh, that's not good. So obviously this area here is a bit weaker, so that's pushed that away, which ain't good news. So I think the other option really is going to be sort of pulling it from behind, because that weld that was there has just tracked right off. It's just not strong enough for it. And this, I mean, it's gone quite hot, and it is quite a solid piece. So unfortunately, chaps, that hasn't worked. So been a bit of a unfortunate one. So we'll take that off then, and we'll look at what we can do next. So we've moved that back to the solid bit of frame here. So hopefully that seems to be holding on to that pretty good. So I'm going to heat it up again, and we'll have another go, see what happens. I had to move this bit of pipe out. Took that there. Give that a bit of heat. I'm going to try and pump it about the same time. Give that a bit of heat. And from this side as well. Thing is, it's gonna, I know it's gonna bend this bit here, but we can always hammer that out. This bit here, we can always hammer that out. And if it doesn't work from here, we'll put the bar here and do it again. Try a little bit more. That a few pumps and see. Yeah, it seems to be coming out. Oh, slipped up there now. Did seem to straighten it out a little bit, has pushed it out a fair bit to be fair, and then what's happened is this is slipped from where it is, because that bar there is at a bit of an angle. Because it's at an angle, it's not gripping it great, but it's something. Might just try it again where it is. Try it there. Definitely not going to put the pressure on. Hopefully it's created a bit of a dent there, so we'll just hold it a little bit more. We just can't sort of see it. Maybe try and get it up to that joint there, see if that holds it. Realistically, we only need about an inch, and see, this is coming out now. That's the problem we got. That's not going to be a problem though, because I can hammer that out. See if it's taking that out. What it's actually done now is it's actually cracked this side of the metal, but the good thing is, because this has come out, we can always hammer this out now a little bit on both sides. It has pulled it away quite good. What we could do is maybe put this here and try and straighten this side out a bit, because it's cracked this side, but that's not a problem, because we can always just weld that back up. It ain't going to be an issue. I want to try and get it somewhere where it's going to do the job, and at the same time not going to bend this aluminium here too much. I mean, there's a screw there that the other piece is going to go into, but that's not a problem, because we can always put a nut and bolt in that when we need to. But this side's definitely looking better. I think a bit of heat and hammering that will straighten it out fair bit. I mean, it's come out. If you look at that side there, it's quite a lot in, and this side has come out a fair bit. So I'm going to try once more with it here and propping this in the same place, and see if we can just get that few more millimeters. It's not asking for a lot really. I mean, it's just literally give it a bit more heat first. Just on this side really, I think if we can just straighten this side out a bit, it'd be nice. side is cracked, I don't want to put too much pressure on it, so if I do this side, hopefully it'll just take this grease out. No, we're not looking for a lot now anyway, so might just grab it. No, it's getting this, which ain't going to do us any favours. It has taken that crease out. Maybe if we just try and hammer it a little bit, I'll give it a bit of a hammering and see how it goes. Right, so what I've done now is basically I have cut this area here with the angle grinder, opened it out just so that I can straighten out the dent on the bottom, which is inside, and also I can put this hopefully in here and open it out. So that's what the plan is now. I'm going to try that, and obviously once that's all straightened out, my plan is to get a bit of square section and slide it over the top, weld all this up, slide it over the top to make it nice and neat, and then just weld it all on. So I think I'm going to start by just trying to flatten a bit of that out. I've got a sort of spring clamp here, about the right size. See at the bottom here there's a crease, which just at the bottom here, which we need to straighten out. Nicely, so a few more of that. Not really worried about opening it up now because it's gonna have to be closed up anyway in any case. So yeah, that looks pretty much about as good as it's gonna get really. Bits of aluminium and all sorts coming out now. So I think what we'll try and do is just get this crease out here. So if I can get that thing in here and just connect it up. Is an old spring clamp, so I'm not really overly fussed if I damage it. It was about the right shape to do it, so that's what I'm going to use. So what we'll do is we'll try where it is, and when it opens up a bit we'll try and go down a bit deeper. Quite good fittings these, you basically just screw them on like this, and that's it, it's allowed us to go a bit deeper. This is what we wanted. Ideally I want it to come out from here, which is the area I'm really trying to focus on. It's bellying up this side now, so hopefully let's see if we can pop that side out a bit more. Yeah, it is coming out. Try and get it a bit more. Try and get it straight this time. Pumps. maybe try hammering it whilst it's in there, like that will hammer onto that piece. Get this side straight, really that's half my battle won, because it's that crease that I want to get out. Then it'll be completely flat, and that's when we know that it's nice and straight. I think that there now looks lovely. If you look at that there, oh well, camera's on the skidders again. Just see there now, that bit there has come out nice. Try and get this a bit lower so you can see it. Fortunately I don't have a cameraman yet, otherwise this would be a lot clearer. But you can just see now, this bit here, it's all flattened out. There's a little crease there, which we'll try and hammer out a little bit more. I'm going to try and push it, pump it out a few more times. It's actually unbelievable how strong this aluminium actually is. Yep, I think that's pretty much bang on. This bar weld's a bit weak on that now, so we will tidy that up as well. But I mean, if you look at this here now, it's actually flattened out. That crease is completely out, which is what we wanted. And this side looks good as well. So what we'll do now is we'll take this out and we'll just flatten it all out. Just loosen that off. That's good. Yep. And then we'll just it may actually be a good idea to just put this in here again, just on this end, just to hammer it onto. Got a little bit on this side which is still not where I want it. Thinking once this is on, probably hammer it from this side and get a better angle on it. Right, so you can see here now we've managed to get this out as much as we could. That needs to be hammered in a little bit more. We've cut the top open completely. This side is all straightened out, just needs hammering in to actually make it a lot better. And then what my plan is fold this back over and make it absolutely as flat as I can, and then cut like a U or a C section of aluminium, weld all this up, put a C section over the top, and then weld it over just to make it tidy. And you can see now from there that piece has actually straightened out. It's come out about 2 inches because that bar was creased in like this. Now if you compare it to this side, you can see how much that was rippled. So we're going to tidy that side up now, and then once we've tidied that up, we'll get it all welded up, and we'll do this side the same. So I'm going to come to this side in a minute and just do this side, and then once it's done I'll show you how it looks, and then obviously we'll come back and weld it up because I ain't got the stuff to weld this up at the moment. But once that's done, then yeah, if anybody can help me on this cross member which goes across and tell me, is it flat or does it have a shape on it? If it has a shape on it, then obviously I'm going to have to buy another one because I'm never going to be able to replicate the same angle of it.
so we'll just look if we can find one for sale and see how it is. So yeah, I'll just get onto that and then I'll show you how it looks. Right, so if you look at that now, straightened it out as good as I can, tidied it all up, we'll weld all that up and put a piece over it just to give it a bit more extra strength. But I mean, it's straight, you know, it's come out a fair bit. I mean, if you look at that now, from there to there, it's about, get that right, it's about 14 3/4 from there to that corner. And if we come to this side here, from that same bracket to here, it's at about 13, so it needs to come out a good, I mean, it needs to come out a good 1 3/4, nearly 2 inches. But you can see the way that's all rippled up. And you can see on the side, that's what we had on the other side there, it was folded like that. And I know that we've lost that screw bit there, but we can always tap a new one of them in once we've got a new plate on the top. And you can see that now it's fairly straight. I mean, I know it's not the tidiest, but first time I've done it, so it's not a bad job. I have just tidied it up a little bit. We'll get a sanding disc and just grind all that paint back before we braze any more aluminium onto that. Should be good, yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the same on this side, get all that tidied up, straightened up, and then we'll have a look at it, see how it looks, and do some more measurements. Right, so you can see we've straightened this out now as much as we could. We've had to cut the top again, but it's actually, I know it still looks, because of the way it is, that it's bellying, but it's not, it's actually flat. It's actually flat there now, all the way around. And on this side as well, it's all flattened out. So it's about as good as we're going to get it. What we're going to do is obviously tidy it up a bit with a brush wheel and get all that paint off it, and then weld some more aluminium section over it just to give it a bit of strength, and that should be good. But in terms of the frame itself, I mean, that measurement we had from here on the other side, it was off this section here, was 14 3/4, and this is more or less the same, 14 3/4, which is pretty much bang on. And I've measured it from the center of the frame to here and the center of frame to here, and so like I said, I've measured it from the center of the frame to there and from the center of frame to there, and the measurements are pretty much bang on. They're a few millimeters off, but nothing major. But you can see now that crossbar that I was talking about, I put that on there, and just sit there, you can see how much that's gone in. So obviously look at the difference there, how much it's out. So obviously I know it's not meant to be bowing inwards like that, but my question is it meant to be flat or does it bow out? If anyone's got any advice on that, would be great. Problem is that the bonnet's not flat, otherwise I could have measured it up to the bonnet lock and pulled it out accordingly. But I think the route is going to be, if I can find a second-hand one for sale and just buy that, that might be the best thing. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, I'm going to tidy these sections up. They are flat, I know you can't see they are, but they are flat there now. That's just cut down, like that's why it looks like that. But just going to put some aluminium onto the top of there and weld it up, make it nice and tidy, and then we'll re-weld this joint here, which we lost when we started, a little bit loose. It's still there, I think it's still held on from the back, it's just cracked it from the front, but we'll strengthen that up as well. So yeah, so good result today. We've got it, the frame pulled out a little bit and nice and straight. I mean, it's it wasn't major in, so I mean, but it was still enough to make a difference. So I'm glad that's out. It's come out 2 inches on each side, and that's 2 inches that would have been sort of too far in. So realistically, I think this kit here at sort of, I think they're 130 quid. I bought this one in the clearance section for £101 because it had been returned for some reason, but it seems to be working all good. And to be fair, it's done the business really for what I wanted. So I do recommend, if anybody's after one of these, Machine Mart do this one for about 130 quid, brand new 4-ton one. I think it's better than the 10-ton one because it's slightly smaller and you can get into tighter gaps. If I'd bought the 10-ton, it wouldn't have worked for me. So so far so good, really. Yeah, so generally been quite a good day today. We got a fair bit done. I mean, them two sort of posts coming out were bothering me. I was wondering how I was going to get about them. And realistically, if you haven't got access to a jig or a frame puller, or I know most people who make these videos have a lot of machinery and all stuff, but realistically, if you're the average DIY and you ain't going to be able to have the sort of thing that's going to go under the car and bolt to the bottom, pull the frame out, it's great if you have, but I haven't got anything like that. So you can get one of these hydraulic frame pushers, or hydraulic frame jack, I think that's what they call it, car repair jack. And you know, it'll do the job. But yeah, been good today. See how we get on. So I think before the next video I'll have that all welded up, have it all tidied up, and hopefully we'll have a section that we can put in the front, or we'll tackle something else, maybe the front bumper or something like that, and see how we get on. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what we do, like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow this one, hit the bell icon and you'll see the video as soon as they come up. If anybody does have any advice on that front cross member and can send some pictures or something, let me know. It'd be a great help. And also, if anybody needs a copy of that Ferrari FF manual, send me an email. I'll put my email in the description below, and I can always send you a PDF copy of it. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you soon. Rains up, performance, big peace, signing out.